In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
What it do?
What it do, baby? I'm watching Iowa State versus Arizona right now.
I don't want to talk about it.
And I've got a bet where Iowa State has to be the first to 10 points in this game. It's the same game parlay, and they got 8 points to Arizona's 7. Iowa State has the ball, and they just missed.
No,
Arizona
had the ball. But you're fine. Even if Arizona scores here.
I just need them to score a bucket before they hit 3 points.
Anyway,
shout out.
It's supposed to be
don't score that.
It's supposed to be the best time of the year. He misses, Kenny. You're so far behind.
I am far behind.
They had a wide open 3 that I thought might end you, but well, I didn't know you were on these first to 10 bets here.
I picked a dope ass same game parlay called like Arizona Avalanche or something like that, where Iowa State goes up to begin with early, and then Arizona wins the halftime money line, the full game money line. Oh,
that was it. That was a cut. Anyway, it's supposed to be the best time of the year. March is here. The warmer weather's here. Golf is ramping up. It's supposed to be March Madness. Those of you that enjoy baseball, it's ramped up. You got spring training going on. And I want nothing to do with any of it.
I had to like sweeten the pot to get you to come back to the show today. Like, you quit this week. Like, I had to come back, please. I need you.
I was planning to not do this show again until there was a change with the basketball program.
Damn,
where I'm at.
Define change. What's your definition of change?
And because Kenneth, we need an overhaul, similar to what happened in football. Just let's clear house of everything and just start fresh.
Damn it, Arizona got it. Damn it.
Sorry. Oh, they did hit the 3, didn't they? Kenny, we're in a bad spot. It's been 3 weeks of filming this show.
February 8th.
Ever since we weathered the storm, we have proceeded to go 0-2, 0-2, 0-2. We are balls deep in an 0-6 run right now. We've lost 6 straight for the first time since the tick price days?
1998.
We have officially surpassed our largest number of losses in a single season in 56 freaking years. We're just setting records. Every time we step on the hardwood, it's a historic night, and not in a good way. It's a historic loss. Most recently, at the hands of Wichita State at home, in a game that, while you trailed a majority of the evening, you did come back and trade buckets the last 3 minutes. Game that was there for the taking. We've seen that happen a number of times this year, and if you haven't learned by now, believe them when they show you who they are. There was no way they were winning that game.
No.
Zero chance, given where we were. And then most recently, yesterday afternoon, in what I would say is not even arguably, there's no argument, the worst loss of the entire season, arguably maybe the Penny Hardaway era.
You'd be hard pressed to find another loss that was more demoralizing. That was more just like, what the hell is happening right now?
I'll be honest. I checked in on the score. I had it up occasionally. I did not sit down and watch that game. I'm not subjecting myself to this anymore. There's nothing I can do about it. It just pisses me off. And I am ready. I've been saying this for weeks. I am ready to get to the off season. Reel me back in with some excitement on the recruiting front. Maybe some staff changes. Maybe some scheduling news, which we did get a little bit of. Signed a home and home with Texas, so another quality squad for us to get our backs blown out by next season. And it looks like it'll be a fun time. Opening up down there in Austin. 56 years, Kenny, since we've had this many losses in a single season. And the most concerning part of that is over those 56 years, I think we're in probably the worst league we've ever been in, and in the most advantageous position within that league. So it's really, really concerning.
It's like it's like quadruply worse than what it feels.
What it's ever been like. And given the resources that you have, I mean, it is where we're at. And I posted this in the Discord if you're there. I mean, we were voted by our own league's coaches as the best job in the conference. Given the financial support that we have, the arena, the ties to the community, the basketball within the city itself, there's no reason we should ever be this bad. This bad. I mean, the out-of-conference schedule was what it was. That's what, I mean, you take that. But to sit here with 2 games left in a league that you were picked to win, and you were sitting 2 games below 500, you're 7-9. And I don't know that I can convince anybody watching or listening to this that we're going to win the next 2 or our final 2 games. I mean, you're certainly not winning on Thursday against South Florida, and we know what it looks like when we face a Ron Hunter team, even though he is
in Tulane, by the way.
At Tulane, which we've historically, even with better teams, not played well down there. Even as hot as Ron Hunter's seat is, I can guarantee he's going to coach his ass off down there in New Orleans to beat Penny Hardaway for a second time this season.
There's a really strong likelihood this team's not winning another game in the regular season. And
I have been betting, and I hate to say that because it used to make me so mad when had friends that used to bet against us. If you're not doing it at this point, you're giving away free money. I mean, you're turning down free money. It is so easy to bet. I don't know why we keep being favored. They continue to make us favorites. I don't know what the spread will be on Thursday, but take South Florida. And I don't know what it'll be Sunday in New Orleans, but take Tulane.
Because it's not like that there's anything that Penny is talking about to change what's happening here. Like, none of this is changing. Like, it's been this way for 3 straight weeks now, longer than that, really. But in terms of, just the real bottom falling out, it's been 3 weeks of losses where nothing has changed. They haven't changed a thing about what they're doing schematically. They haven't changed a thing about who they're playing. Like, it's just nothing has changed.
The only thing that looks different is we start out extremely hot in these games.
Extremely hot is an overstatement.
It's not an overstatement. We come out knocking down threes. We'll make 8 of our first 10 shots.
No.
And then we don't score again for the rest of the game.
They'll make 2 of 3 and then be up 5-0. And then, like, let's not go crazy here.
That's not true.
Nobody's extremely hot. Like, nothing
we have
about
come out on fire the last 3 or 4 games.
I'm about to no, absolutely not.
Yes, absolutely. And then it turns in to just a shit show. I don't know where to go. 56 years, man. We talk about it being historic. It, for the first time since we've been playing them in conference, Wichita State sweeps us in a season. They've never beaten us 2 times in a season.
They got out to a 5-0 start against East Carolina. All right.
I'm not talking about 5-0 runs, but we started the game. We hit 3 of our first 5 threes or something. We were shooting well, and then we go through slumps.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
They make shots.
First time Wichita has won in Memphis since 2018. I mean, we're talking about times where it has taken heroic efforts by David Jones to knock a game winner down just every night on the wrong side of history. And it's only going to get worse. I say we just go ahead, we lose out so that we can finish the season 12-19 in hopes that we will never ever get remotely close to 19 losses in a season ever again. That this will be set in stone forever. We will never reach this milestone, a record that will never be broken, and we'll never have to go through this again.
1 billion, zillion, jillion, billion, cotillion times later.
I hope it is a cotillion times later and I'm gone before this ever happens again. It's really concerning. And even what's honestly more concerning to me are the comments that come out of our head coach's mouth after things happen like this.
I've got a video if you want it.
You have, okay, play a video. You're hitting me with this. I didn't know this was coming.
Shout out to Parth Upadhyay for getting this together. Let me bring this up. It'll be a second. Boom. Here we go.
I just feel like it's frustration and they're taking it out on each other. And we just need the leadership that's on the court to just calm everything down and just do everything the right way. It just is what it is. There is no quitting this team. There's no quitting me. But it's like it's self-inflicted wounds that are hurting us so badly. And we just need to get over the hump with just one game. Maybe it's the next game against South Florida. I'll never quit. I'll never let my team quit. This team is not going to quit. We're gonna figure out how to get 2 wins, a win, something to give us some momentum to go into the tournament. I mean, I'm not going to throw my guys under the bus, but the record speaks for itself right now for us and not competing and not winning games. And we just got to keep fighting, man. Honestly, anything can still happen. We just got to believe. Get 5, 6 guys on the floor that believe that we can win, do the necessary things that they're being told to do, apply it, and just compete until you can't compete anymore. Raise your hand and then go come out. The next guy comes in and do the same thing. I'm a part of it, and I'm the leader, so I accept any kind of criticism. Just know I'm always going to fight. Whatever's being said, because I don't really read a lot of it. Easy to kick me. I've been getting kicked since I've been here, but nothing has ever stopped me from fighting. And they won't either, because my belief is just what it is. This is all on me. Blame me, not on any player. I mean, honestly, I took this job because it was a dream job, right? We're in the heat of the battle right now. When adversity hits, I'm not rolling. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for whatever I need to be here for. I'm never going to quit or give up. It's just, you can look ahead and go, this is one of the worst teams. This is, not going as planned. Penny's not coaching well. That's all fine. But you'll never, ever see me quit. You'll never see me give up. I respect everybody's opinion.
There's a lot in there. I would have been fine with a lot of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to him for holding himself accountable, saying it's on him. I like hearing him say he's never going to give up. He's not going to let his team give up. The one thing that stands out to me is him talking about getting. It's easy to kick him.
Is that a donkey kicking Penny?
That is we're getting rear leg kicked right here, knocking our jacket off. It's easy to kick him. Okay, I get that. I think that's every head coach, though. Whenever things are going south, the head coach always gets blamed. It's the line where he says he's been kicked ever since he's been here that really gets to me. And then there was one tonight in the coaches, in his Monday night coaches show. Shout out to Roman, who's there live tweeting. Let me find the quote real quick. He did say the criticism sometimes is warranted.
Mm-hmm.
But he also goes on to say that he's been waking up to negativity from fans and media every day, the past 8 years as the Memphis head coach. That's concerning. That is not true. Every day for 8 years. I mean, I know there's probably a little hyperbolic there. But like last year was great. Did we get any criticism last year?
At the end of the season when they lost to Colorado State.
I don't think that had to be so far few between. I feel like most people were very understanding given the situation of what happened. You were down your starting and backup point guard. I don't think that fell on him.
No.
That's out of his control.
Yeah.
I'm also like the things I think, to me, at least that I'm critical of, and I think most others that criticize are all things that are very fixable that we continue to see. Random substitution and rotations. A never-ending cycle of new starting lineups. Teams that do not take care of the basketball. This year, a defense that can't play 37 seconds without fouling. How we were ever rated in the top 30 defensive efficiency is insane to me. I don't know.
I think obviously the main comment.
If he truly believes that, I think he needs like a sports psychologist or something. For real.
Yeah.
Like to talk to somebody because it's not true. Any other person in this situation, and I'm not like the entire body of work. Josh Pastner was run out of town. People were celebrating him taking the Georgia Tech job. And let's be frank, he accomplished more in the same time period.
Without a doubt. What about the comment when I said this on Tigers Live and people are responding to the clip that I put out today of it? Josh Pastner couldn't beat top 25 teams.
Hated it. Hated every second of it.
Hated every minute of it, right? Like, there's a reason why Tiger fans wanted him out. It wasn't because there was a lack of success. He just couldn't beat teams that mattered, right?
I mean, my guy started 0 of 43 against ranked teams.
Wasn't it like 0 and 20?
It was literally 0 and 26 or something.
26
I mean,
or
he
something
lost
before
his
he got
first
it, yeah.
25-ish ranked matchups.
And it was absurd. And I had no, but he also won multiple conference championships, multiple conference championship tournament championships. Went to the NCAA 5 out of 8.
He went undefeated in the league.
Yeah. Like the idea that Penny Hardaway feels like he's been treated unfairly by this media, the sports media, the fans.
I mean, he said fans too, which seems crazy to me.
It's just delusional to me. But that wasn't even the part that really like got me. What I heard in that whole comment was it felt like he kind of threw a gauntlet down. All right, you want me out? Well, I'm not quitting. Like,
which I don't hate. I like that.
I don't hate.
I like the fight.
I mean,
it's better than the alternative of what we heard from him before is if you don't want me here, then just wait and see how bad it'll be once I'm gone.
Right.
Because we've heard that before too. Look, I love that he's going to keep fighting. I just want him to fight with some different dudes on his bench. So let's throw the last 2 games. Hopefully, looking at this bracket and where we currently stand,
bro,
you lose those last 2, and that's a real possibility. You don't even have to deal with the American Conference tournament. Right now, you're sitting in 9th. This is what the bracket would look like today if it started today, which, candidly, I don't hate that path. I don't. I like it more so than the lower level. North Texas, Charlotte, which is, I mean, we obliterated them. UAB, I'm not scared of. Now things would get dicey in the semifinal game there with South Florida, but those first 3 games, if that is your path, I mean, granted, the way we've been playing basketball the last 3 weeks, I think we would lose North Texas night 1. But say we came out, we win these next 2 somehow. I guess obviously you probably wouldn't be 9th anymore, but I say we throw them. Don't even deal with the conference tournament. Get the 2 or 3 guys you want back from this team. Let's get a GM in here, and let's start working the portal. Fire your staff.
Oh.
None of them are worthy. Get some dudes in here. We'll give it one more run, everything on the line next year. You make a Sweet 16, you're golden. You finish anything other than first in the league, we part ways, both of us. We just say, thanks for the time. Love you. We're going different directions.
So right now, they have 2 games left. It looks like every team in the American Conference has 2 games left. Temple's the 10th seed. They play Tulane and South Florida to end the season. Memphis plays UAB and South Florida to end the season. East Carolina, who now you don't own the tiebreaker against, plays.
We own the tie against Temple, though, right?
We own the tie against Temple because we beat them once. We only played them once. We do not own the tiebreaker against North Texas. No, they don't play UAB. They play Tulane. I'm sorry, Tulane and South Florida. Memphis does to end the season. You won't own the tiebreaker against Tulane more than likely. There's a likelihood that if East Carolina or Rice go 1-1 in these last 2, which they could easily do.
Out. If either one of them, if Temple splits, Temple should beat Tulane at home, I would say. Temple wins that and then loses to Tulsa. And then East Carolina, who's on a little bit of a win streak here.
And they have
beat
and they have
UTSA by 1 right before they just laid the throttle. I mean, what the hell? We lost to 16 by 16 to this team. They just beat UTSA by 1 point
on a comeback. They had to come back and beat UTSA. I will say though, East Carolina has the best player in the conference on their team. Jordan Riley is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know how he's there.
That guy.
I didn't realize he was averaging 24 points a game.
He's the second leading scorer in the entire country.
I had no idea.
He is unbelievable. And they're so bad, but like he's the guy that I look at and I go, maybe you could give it to Isaiah Nelson in South Florida because they're the best team in the conference. But Jordan Riley is awesome. Awesome. And you know what it looks like, especially in a tournament type situation. If you get in and you have the best player on the floor,
you got a dude.
Whew. Because right now, that's my biggest thing is Memphis doesn't have anybody. They don't have a dude. They don't have anybody. So, like, yeah, you can say I like this North Texas, Charlotte, UAB, South Florida run, but who's their guy? Like, who's going to step up for them? Like, who's the guy that's going to lead the way?
That's why we need this season to be over so we can go and we can spend our time and energy getting the guy for next year.
Oh.
Nothing between now and when's the portal close? Like April 20th? Nothing between now and April 20th matters except for figuring out next year's situation.
What do you think it looks like? You said a GM and a new staff. Okay, so a GM is the only thing that really changes because Penny staff changes all the time. So it's not like
I mean, you've got to, at this point, I don't know how much a GM helps out next year if you don't hire them. I mean, they need to be hired already.
Do you think let me ask you this, like, what are some of does it not concern you though? Like, you know how Penny works. Like, does it not concern you that if it's a GM that is hired by Penny Hardaway, then
yes,
who's
where you're going?
Then who's to say it's not a guy that's already on staff that's just a lackey, right? Like that's kind of what he has already. He's got dudes on his staff that are just guys that are his buddies, right?
I've been concerned that he hires a yes man in that role that's not really even doing the job that needs to be done. The GM needs to be out there looking for the future, navigating, figuring out who's unhappy where they're at, who might be entering the portal, what we're going to need, the likelihood of or who you want coming back from your current team, what you need to fill in the pieces, what it's going to take, like.
And that takes constant communication with Penny Hardaway.
Constant.
And so I guess my question is if you're Ed Scott, do you trust Penny Hardaway to make that decision? Or do you
the problem is I don't think you can force a hire on him. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to, if you do it, they're not going to have a relationship that works anyway. Like,
they're going to become
combative and
glorified Gophers, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I don't know. I don't know how you handle that. We've seen it before where, he'll hire his guy, which I don't know all the behind the scenes, but if he's been, if he's had staff or who are doing things behind his back, people he can't trust before, then I don't necessarily blame him for wanting to put people in situations or spots that he knows he can 100% trust and then try to.
If you're Ed Scott, I want you to put your AD hat on. How do you as the athletic director handle this offseason? Because as bad as I want to reiterate this point, as there are people that say, Penny Hardaway's allowed to have one bad season, right? I would contend that he's had more than one bad season. I would say he's had
100%.
I would say
based on expectations alone, he has not met expectations far more often than he has met them.
I would say he probably has one good season, really. Like, honestly last year, and they still lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament. He said, if you're Ed Scott, I feel like it's kind of on you to say, okay, like I'm going to take the reins on this and get this thing righted, right? Like I'm going to get this ship righted. In that same interview that Parth Upajai did with Penny after the game, he asked him, have you and Ed Scott talked? And he said, no, not at all.
Well, he said, have you talked about your future here? Which I don't know how to take that. Like, is that they haven't talked because they know he's going to be back and nothing's
going to change?
Or have they not talked because Ed is lining everything up that he's going to? Yeah.
Because I just don't understand. Like, if this season is so bad that whatever goodwill Penny has created with the mediocre success that he's had over the last 7 years is gone, right? Like gone. It's that bad of a season. 100%. Am I wrong? Am I right or wrong?
No. And again, if it's anyone else in this situation, I think that there is not even a question in anyone's mind that they would not be back next year.
I think if it was anybody else, it would have been done a long time ago.
But I'm also kind of one that, like, in this day and age, I don't really know what firing a coach in the middle of the season does. You're not going to hire somebody anyway. So other than just showing the fan base that you're serious about it and making changes. But
when I say long time ago, I mean seasons ago.
Oh, well, arguably, yes.
And so, but again, as I've said before in the past, I think it's fair for us to admit that there is a bias, that there is a different situation with Penny Hardaway as the head coach. There just is. He's Penny Hardaway in Memphis. Like, it just is what it is, right? Like, and I don't think it's an unfair thing to say that that's the reality of the situation. We always knew it was going to either go gloriously well or end horrifically bad, like that. And I put all of my chips in on that it was going to go gloriously well. Like, I just did. But
I'm transparently day one. This is why I knew that it was an immediate fix. I knew that it would bring people back in. I knew that he would get players, but I also knew that the chances of this ending gloriously well, as you're saying, were the least likely to happen. Like, the only way that happens is like he won a national title and retired on top. And even still, you're kind of like, damn, I wish he was sticking around. So there's still a little part of you that's like upset about it. But any other scenario of him leaving is bad. Yeah. It's either you're in a situation like this where people are talking about it being a firing, or heaven forbid he took another college job, which I think he's made very clear would not happen, or he jumps to the NBA and leaves. Like, in any of those other situations, which are much more, I think, likely to happen rather than him winning a three-peat national titles and like walking off onto TPC Southwind for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to be disappointed in. And that's why I wasn't like 100% behind it from the get-go. And I feel like we're there. Like, I mean, he, like, even coming back next year, like, I don't know. I don't even know that at this point people would be like fired up if he made the Sweet 16 and lost. Like, I'm legitimately like, it feels like he would have coming back next year to get everybody fully back in. It would have to be like a Final Four run, and you would have had to have. I feel like that's where you're at. Wow. You're shaking your head no, but I mean.
It's just the likelihood. I'm shaking my head no because I'm like, what?
The thing that makes me I figured this out today. I don't know why I realized this today. Kenny, South Florida, with two different head coaches, has more regular season titles in the last 3 years than Penny has in 8 years in this league, with far, far, far more resources. Now, they made 2 fantastic hires, I would say. And I think that they are funding the crap off of their athletic programs now. But that is an insane statement to me. That they have won the regular season title outright twice in the last 3 years, and we've done it once over this last 8 years. I mean, we've been passed by South Florida basketball.
Yeah.
They've made it to the round of freaking 32 one time. They have as many NCAA tournament appearances as we have Final Fours.
Dude, I just want to say, like, South Florida had a really down year last year because their head coach died
like weeks before the season started.
And they were 6-12 in this conference. They were 13 of 19 or 13 and 19 on the year. Like, that was their down year. And then they went out and hired Brian Hortson or whatever, Hodgkins,
yeah,
or whatever his name is, and immediately got it back. Like, I look at this idea that the Tigers
that was a
can't go out
damn
and
good hire.
The Tigers can't go out and make a damn good hire and not be immediately back, right, to what you think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other part of it. Like, there's so many people out there that, like, if you get rid of Penny, then the program is done. Like, who are you going to get that's better? And it's just like, maybe not as a household name, you're not going to go out, but there are so many good young basketball coaches out there.
Yeah.
That may not be bringing in the same caliber player, but would get more out of what they brought in than what we've. I mean, what does it matter if you're bringing in guys that you're bringing in and you're not winning to the level you should be? I don't know. I just think that's such like a Chicken Little mindset that if
it really is
Penny Hardaway leaves or he is fired, that is the end of Memphis basketball altogether. We have essentially given ourselves the death penalty. I think it is extremely short-sighted, and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Look at what it has. Look at what it looks like this year with him as the head coach, and tell me that we're not.
Yeah, how does it get any worse than that?
Like, total life support right now. Like,
I mean, and people want to say it's not as bad as the Tubby era because of stupid ass computer metrics, and we're not 20 spots lower than what we were then. Like, I do not give a shit about that. Look at the state. I am the biggest Memphis fans I know. I let it dictate how I feel on a Saturday.
Vacations I have
zero desire to watch this team. I do not care.
Yeah.
And I know that I am not anywhere close to the only person that feels that way. I mean, I have no interest in going to a game. Like, nobody else does either. The crowds are horrible. No one cares. It's like I used to get mad about it. I was getting mad, and now I just don't even care. Like, I went and played golf yesterday during the game. Before, I would have never done that. I would have watched the East Carolina game, and then if I had time after, I might have gone out to the golf course.
Right.
Like, I turned it on the radio on the way there. I heard that we were down 14 or whatever the hell it was, and then I didn't look at it again. And I have a freaking podcast that I have to do about it. And I'm not even watching the games. I mean, I'm pulling a real TJ here. I don't know. It's depressing. I don't know how it couldn't get any worse than it already is.
No.
So, and look, all of that to say, I would love nothing more than for Penny to absolutely turn it around.
Yeah.
Come out next year and be dominant. Like, I just want us to be good again and win. Can we win the freaking league and make a run in a tournament for once? I mean, there's freaking 17-year-olds out there that have never seen us make a Sweet 16. That's insane to me. When I was 17, we were up 30 on Michigan State at halftime in the Sweet 16. About to smoke Texas. And then teabag Kevin Love on the baseline. And we 17-year-olds this year are going to freaking watch us not even make our own damn conference tournament for the first time in the history of our program. I hate it here. All right.
Bad.
We're taking a break. When we get back, we're going to talk about happier things. Maybe. I don't know. Football schedule got released, and we're going to look at it. First thoughts. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Some dreams don't just come true, they come with 4 paws. At Puppy Dreams, we match loving families with happy, healthy puppies. From playful companions to lifelong best friends, your perfect match is waiting. And with our professional grooming spa, your pup will look as amazing as they feel. Visit Puppy Dreams today and meet the one who's been waiting just for you. I will call out the argument that Penny Hardaway has had 7 great seasons with the University of Memphis and had 1 bad season. Number one, on its face, he's not had 7 great seasons with the University of Memphis. He's had 1. Last year was a good season, and they still lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament. What happened to the standards of Memphis Tiger fans that you're willing to say, like, not even have the conversation? Like, not even have the conversation about Penny Hardaway's future at Memphis because he's Penny. Okay, great. He's Penny Hardaway. That's great. Like, yes, his impact will never be denied here in this city. But what happened to Memphis Tiger fans' standards of, like, where this is, like, what this team is going to look like? I said this a few days ago. If you're willing to accept mediocrity, then continue to be on the Penny Hardaway train, because that's what you've gotten from him. Tune in to Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta, live after every Memphis Tiger basketball game on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Tired of the same old fast food? The soggy fries, the frozen flavors, the meals that never quite hit right. Head over to Waldo's Chicken and Beer, where everything starts fresh and flavor comes first. Our chicken is fried in rich beef tallow for that bold, old-school crunch you can actually taste. And don't skip the premium homemade southern sides. Fresh greens, hearty white beans, and creamy mac and cheese made to complete the meal. Bring your whole family. There's plenty of space to relax, plus a game room the kids will love. Catch the game on big screens, grab a drink at the full bar, and enjoy happy hour specials every day from 3 to 6, all day on Tuesday and Sunday. Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Real food, real flavor, made from scratch.
Damn, that Puppy Dreams commercial, real cute.
Yeah, super cute.
That Waldo one was too. Anthony looked real cute in that one.
I had to take a video of him just chomping on that chicken
our
sandwich.
Hollywood star.
Look at him. Look at him.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
All right, let's get into this, Kenny. About damn time. I think we're for real the last conference
Always, every year.
in the entire country that releases full schedules. Before we kind of dive a little further into it, what was your first reaction? We knew who we were playing. It was more so the dates, right?
Yes.
First reaction.
The home schedule stinks.
Yeah.
I mean, and
It's awful.
what's sad about it is that it's the brand new opening of the new Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
Yeah.
But I think the new stadium is going to propel the excitement of home games forward.
Oh yeah, I think yes. I wish we could have sent Ryan Silverfield out on his last year with this home schedule and then welcomed in Huff with last year's home schedule.
Home schedule, yeah.
But I think you're exactly right. I think the newness and excitement of the stadium will carry the crowds. I think you're going to have people coming just to experience that, and then as they win,
they should beat. They shouldn't lose many games at home this year at all.
I mean, there is a potential. I think that East Carolina game. I think East Carolina could be very good. I think Army could be pretty decent. The rest of them are whatever. I mean, Arkansas State, I think we usually draw pretty good. And if you beat UNLV that week 0, I think that'll be a really big crowd. First week in the new stadium, Arkansas State being the regional team. I think that's got potential to be a pretty big one. UAB sucks, whatever, but you might get a little bit of revenge factor in some people there. And then the Temple game is like, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in the amount of weekday games we have. Thankfully, 2 of them are away, so that doesn't bother me too much. Absolutely hate the double short week. So I picked the wrong schedule. I shouldn't have done it on this because it doesn't tell me what. But I think is it Tulane and East Carolina that are double short week?
It's
short week.
UAB to Tulane is a short week, and then
Tulane to East Carolina.
Tulane to East Carolina is a short week,
right? Because you play.
But at least you don't have to travel very far. You're at home, then you go to New Orleans, which is like 6 hours away, and then you come back.
The other part of it, Navy has a bye, of course, the week before they play us for what seems like the 43rd year in a row.
This happened. What is it about the American Conference and the damn military schools? Like, why did they?
I don't know.
Why did they do this? It is the levels in which they just bend over backwards to give them the easiest schedules possible is wild to me.
Yeah, I haven't looked at everybody throughout the entire conference for next year, but you damn well know that somebody's going to have a ridiculously easy schedule. I was happy to see that South Florida and Tulane actually play this year in the regular season.
Imagine if they had made the short week going to South Florida and then playing Navy on the road short week. That
would have been filthy.
That would have been
Thankfully, the South Florida game is a weekday, so you get a little extra rest before Navy, but it's not the Navy will have 2 full weeks to prepare. I do, the playing UNLV week 0 does give us 2 buys, which is decent. I like that.
Who's the 9-19 game? What game is that?
That's UT Martin. That's the Skyhawks. Historically, that would be our opening week game, but with the schedule redoing.
I mean, so you start off those first 3 games. You start off. You come out of that.
Yeah,
you come out of that 3-0. You're cooking with.
Oh, you will be in absolutely prime position. UNLV and Boise both are up there as, G5 potential playoff reps. So if you come out of that 3-0. You're in a fine. If you come out of that 3-0, I mean, I would say at a minimum you'll be 6-0 going into the Tulane game,
right?
And who knows what they're going to look like with their entire overhaul?
We just don't know. We don't even really know what South Florida is going to look like, to be honest.
We talked about it last week. I don't even know what to project as a record.
Yeah,
looking at this.
All right, here we go. I'm putting you to the test. I know you and TJ usually do this. This is the pre-season prediction. All right. UNLV week 1, win or loss.
Oh, that's so tough.
It's in Las Vegas.
I know. It's on the road. First game of the year.
It's okay.
I'm going to say win.
Whoa.
I am.
All right, 1-0.
I'm going to say win.
Arkansas State at home.
Zero chance that you're losing the season opener. You're 2-0.
Zero chance they lose that game. All right, Boise State on the road.
I think this one's tough.
This was tough.
I think I think it's close, and it doesn't knock you out of anything, but I think you take an L there.
The only thing it takes you out of is it creates that conversation. If you do well
Right.
the rest of the season, Boise's got the tiebreaker with you.
If they win the league and win out or something, then yeah, you're in a tough spot.
All right, the UT Martin Aliens.
Win.
Okay.
Charlotte win.
Charlotte win.
UAB win.
Tulane on the road.
Tulane, I think, is win.
Because here's what we know about Tulane. All right.
They made a horrible hire.
They made a horrible hire, and they are only they're only 4 seasons into building something, and they still don't have a home crowd. Their home crowd doesn't show up.
Yeah.
They do not fill out that little rinky-dink ass stadium that Tulane has. They don't do it. They just don't. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
All right, East Carolina. If they, dude,
it's by far, I think, your toughest home game, but I think you pull it off. I don't think we're going to lose a home game next year.
dude, let me just tell you this: if East Carolina beats them in football after putting the belt to ass on them in basketball, East Carolina's gonna be my new most hated American conference team.
They did it this year in football and basketball.
I know. All right, who's the? Is that Army?
Army spooky on Halloween night. That'll be a fun one.
At home.
See, the only thing that gives me a little bit of worry there is I don't know how is his teams fared against the triple option. You know?
I wouldn't know.
It's so hard for me to think of anything other than what we've seen the last 7 years out of Ryan and his team. So
yeah,
but I think you should be so far ahead talent wise that shouldn't even be an issue. Now South Florida is where it gets weird
because we just don't know.
You don't know. I mean,
on the road,
if you're gonna lose, I'm gonna say it's one of these next two. I don't think.
But don't they
both
play?
of them,
but don't they play in that Raymond? Where do they play? Raymond James.
Yeah,
Stadium?
at least I don't know when their new stadium opens, but yeah, they'll be in Raymond James again.
So, and that's empty, like all the time.
It is.
It's an NFL stadium.
It is.
They don't fill that thing out.
It is, but they are excited. They got a lot of Power 4 transfers.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not guys that have done anything meaningful. It's not guys that have played a lot of snaps, but it is guys that were at Power 4 schools. But I think if you're taking a conference loss, it's one of these next two. I don't know if it'll be South Florida or Navy, but I don't think you're going 2-0 in those.
Okay.
Part of me wants to say you win the South Florida game, and unfortunately you lose the Navy game because I just think Newberry and I think Navy's good with them. And I know Horvath's gone, but that backup quarterback that they got that is going to be their starter next year is fast as shit.
Is he?
And he's good. I mean, he won the USF game this year basically by himself.
Okay.
Horvath was going in and out. That dude broke off like a 70-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. Like,
Navy's
it might be the Navy one.
Navy's a good team. All right, Temple, obviously.
And then Temple, I think you win senior day at home. So looking at it right now, I'm saying like 10-2. First initial pass. But again, that's with absolutely zero knowledge of who is playing where, what we look like. We don't even know who the starting quarterback's going to be. I mean, you have an idea.
It's got to be Marcus Stokes, right?
Yeah, I think so. But, I don't think they brought both those dudes in to not have a competition. So I really need to see what the defense looks like.
That's what I'm most concerned about. I need to see what they look like. What do we know about Lance Guidry?
Other than Miami hated him, I don't know.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, they were thrilled to get him out of there.
Awesome. Wait, the Miami defense that was like ruling the day this season for them?
2 years ago.
Oh.
He was relieved of his duties after the Cam year.
Well, all right. Cool. I love this. Dude, I saw a video they put out today of a former NFL player.
Yeah.
For his name, speaking to the team. And I was like, if this is what he's talking to them about, I'm so down for all of this. Like, everything that's coming out of that place right now is awesome. Like,
Yeah, I'm excited. And again, I keep having to remind myself that everything is brand new. Like I even looking at this schedule in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of it as like a Ryan Silverfield team.
yeah,
Where I'm like, you're gonna lose a stupid game on the road. You're probably gonna drop East Carolina at home, like because that's what he does. But it just makes it hard. I'll ask you this, and I know we talked about it last week a little bit, but some of my buddies have been talking about it. Like, what is what is the record that he can go next year and it be fine? Like the absolute lowest record. I mean, he's coming in here talking about closing the gap, talking about the goal is to like he has set the expectations, right? I mean, some of that is kind of defined with him coming in and knowing that the frustration has been not conference championships, but it's like in year one with an entirely new staff, an entirely new football building, an entirely new roster. Like, I mean, he can't come out and go like 7-5, right? Like that would be a disappointment.
7-5 would be a disappointment. 8-4, maybe.
You think that's about what he could? Yeah. I mean, if you come out, I mean, shit. I think going week 0 going to UNLV is
It's tough.
tough. I mean, ideally, you would have wanted that to be like your second game. You get a UT Martin in there just to get a feel for things, and then you take that on. But like, kudos to him for going after it.
This feels like playing number 2 UConn first game of the year, like they did, like the basketball team did last year. Well, they didn't play the first game of the year, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think 7-5, 8-4 is probably
I think if you're 7-5, people are going to be pretty frustrated. Even if it's 8-4, like
it would just mean you'd have to lose like 3 conference games, and I'm just like, I don't think they're going to lose.
Realistically, like I, if you drop UNLV, Boise, and then you lost 1 conference game, and
like let's say they lost
out on the championship game by a tiebreaker scenario.
The worst thing, I think, the worst thing that could happen is if they lose for week 0 to UNLV, lose to Boise, lose to Tulane, lose to South Florida, lose to Navy. That'd be terrible.
That would be atrocious.
It'd be horrible. That would feel terrible.
I mean, that's what 5. Yeah, that's 7-5. That would be disgusting.
That'd be basically losing. It'd be going 1-6 on the road, and that would be awful, awful. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. Again, because of this conference, you just don't know what Tulane.
Right. Everything is. Yeah. I mean, literally everything's brand new.
You know what Navy has. You know what they run. Brian Newberry's still there. You know what they have. You know everything you need to know about them. I'm glad they have 9 days off in between the South Florida Navy game. I'm glad they have that. But
I mean, also, you know what? I've always said this too. I hate playing Navy later in the year.
So do I.
Because by that time they're clicking. I mean, I guess the alternative of that is they're also pretty beat up by the end of the year, so they've got some injuries because they've just been each other. But I've always been a proponent of you want to play Navy earlier in the year because some of that timing stuff. And
I'll say this though, like one of the things I got a chance to speak to Mike Buddy, who used to be the athletic director at Army before he left. I think he went to TCU and is the athletic director now there. I got to speak to him for a little bit, and he was telling me one of the things about the military schools is like they know they have, because of the way things are structured with the military schools, if they have a really good like class of players that come in, they'll be really good for like 2 years, like junior, senior year, and then they'll go through a really down period until they get new guys back up to speed, because that's just they don't transfer in, they don't transfer out. They have their guys that they keep. Navy has been good for a couple of years, and I think they're losing a bunch of people. And so obviously this quarterback is really good, or you say he's really fast, the new one, but Blake Horvath was awesome, but they had some dudes, the couple of running backs.
Yeah, and they've lost some of those defensive guys too. So
Like that's kind of the reason why. And I think I said this before on the show. That was the reason why Army made the move to the American Conference that they did when they did, because they knew they were going to be good for 2 years. Really 1 year. They knew they were going to be good for that 1 year, and they were given a super favorable schedule by Mike Oresco to come. And so they came over because they knew they had a chance to really do some damage in the American Conference that 1 year, that first year. Well, they weren't very good last year, and they're going to be even worse this year. So that's just kind of the way that it works in the military schools. Is they're good for a couple of years and they're not until they get their classes back up and going. They don't bring transfers in. They just do not bring transfers in. So
thankfully, Navy's still in their turnover year. Yeah, Braxton Woodson is the that quarterback that's coming back. He had 9 carries for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns against South Florida when they beat them this past year. And that was in limited minutes because Horvath still played. Horvath had 21 carries for 60 yards. So that was 9 carries, not even playing the whole game.
Right.
But yeah, I do wish we had one more home game on here. I hate when we play 6 and 6. I prefer the 7 and 5. Again, too many weekday games for me. Hate the double short week. Hate that Navy gets a bye before us, and hate that we can't somehow mix up the grouping of Tulane, South Florida, and Navy all either being at home every year or away every year.
Sucks, man.
I think we're the only team that plays Navy every single year besides Army, which obviously doesn't matter because it doesn't count in the conference. But like, I don't think Navy and Tulane play this coming year. Anyway, I guess what we've gotten out of that, we don't have UTSA on the schedule
for the second straight year, right?
Yeah, which means we'll have them back next year. I think it's on a 2-year rotation. So,
what teams in the conference are we not playing this year? UTSA.
Don't play Tulsa. We don't play
North
UTSA.
Texas, Tulsa.
North Texas.
Shit.
That might be it.
Who am I missing? Is that it? That might be it.
I don't know. FAU.
FAU, yeah.
Rice.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are the ones. So, anyway, we're almost here. Spring football's about to start.
Can't wait.
I know. We need to get out there. Need to provide some of these people with some excitement. Let them know what's happening. You gonna let us out there?
You? Me?
Yeah.
Gonna let you out there?
Yeah. I'm
not the one that they changed the rules for.
They don't even know anything about that, so don't bring it up.
Oh, you're right.
Nobody that's there has any idea that ever happened.
Who is the new SID over there?
I don't know. I figured you would know.
Haven't heard a thing.
Well, we need to get on
I just wonder, can we get a fresh start? Can we get
practice starts in like a week? We did get a fresh start. Everybody's got a fresh start.
I want a fresh start with the Memphis football program.
Well, we need to find out the SID before we get a fresh start.
That's a good point.
All right, we got 3 weeks before spring practice. March 23rd, first day. You got 3 weeks to figure it out who it is.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get you on the field. Just don't bring your phone, please.
Something tells me that Huff Daddy would not have reacted the same way based on what I put out there at that time. I mean, he's gone. We can tell the story for those that don't know it.
Yeah.
We what was this? 3 years ago at spring practice?
3 years ago.
3 years ago at spring practice, went out. First time out there too. Like we were still relatively new in the podcast game, but TJ and I go out there, SID at the time is like, oh, you don't have a camera? And he's like, oh, you're just going to use your cell phone. I was like, yeah, I'll just, whatever. You're allowed to come out to practice first 5 periods. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, each period's 3 minutes long. So we were allowed out there for a total of 15 minutes.
And 6 of those minutes are walking from the front down to the practice field.
Yeah. And typically, this was like the 3rd practice I'd gone to, 3rd or 4th. The first 2 or 3 I'd gone to, the first 12 of 15 minutes is stretching, like everything you would anticipate would be the first 15 minutes of a college football practice. Nothing happening. Well, like this 4th practice we show up to, they had already started practice when they let us in. I get there and they're actually doing something that seems exciting. They were running, they were running 11 on 11 red zone. And mind you, this was the spring that Grant Gunnell had committed. Seth was a true freshman, had come in. So we were having a bit of a QB battle. But I took some videos, posted them on Twitter. They were getting some traction. Some of the players that were in there, like nothing crazy, just like one was like a broken play that Grant ran it in from the 5.
Wasn't it Rodriguez? What's his name? Rodriguez. Clark ran it in.
Clark had a rush in, and then one was like a pass breakup in the end zone.
Right.
Whatever. Nothing. No big deal. Well, I tweeted that. This was like a Thursday night or something. I'd gone out there. It was like the evening practice on a Thursday, and I tweeted. Wake up the next morning. Guy at the time's like, hey, Trey, you need to delete your tweets right now. From 247. I was like, what tweets are you talking about? He's like, your tweets from yesterday at practice. And I was like, all right. He then proceeds to send me a screenshot of a text message from Ryan Silverfield going off about how he just could not believe in his 26 years he's never seen anything like it that your new media member posted those videos to Twitter of spring practice. So I deleted them. I then proceeded to search Twitter and just typed in spring practice. And I couldn't even count how many other exact tweets like I had sent out. UCF, Oklahoma, like every program imaginable.
Yes.
I had the same sort of, like, it was meaningless. We're talking about a spring football practice. It's not like it was game week and we were installing some new system and I posted a full wide-angled video of the formation with detail. Like, you'd have thought that every defensive coordinator in the American followed me after I tweeted those things out, and Ryan was, just shaking in his boots.
Livid. He was livid.
And then they proceeded to, and mind you, this was all allowed. The SID told me that I could do this.
Right.
We were told we were allowed to take pictures, video, whatever we wanted, do whatever we want with it in the time frame that we were allowed at practice, which is exactly what I did.
Right.
Well, after that, they then started handing these sheets out with very specific guidelines
titled The Trey Rules,
the Lastly Laws of Silverfield Football, which have now probably carried over to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Anyway, most ridiculous thing. All I was doing was trying to hype up a program that he had totally shut out after COVID, give people some insight into what's happening because nobody knew a damn thing that was going on.
Party bus stuff, everything, right?
But I broke the laws.
Yeah. The laws that were
never went back to practice after that.
Well, and that's kind of the par for the course with that university is they make up rules as they go if they don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then pretend like you should have known this, right?
Yeah. The best part is, what I did, they said I could do.
Yeah.
And then they got mad about it.
It's par for the course.
He told me to use my cell phone. I was like, okay, well then I'm going to take video with it and I'm going to tweet it out. Anyway, whatever. Let's get out of here. Here's to another 0-2 week in college basketball season being over, and we can turn the page to football, spring practice, basketball recruiting, and have a heck of a summer.
Let's go.
Breaking news, no show next week. We'll be out of town for spring break, both of us. So
damn.
Unless Kenny plans to do a solo show.
Not doing a solo show.
Okay.
Unless they go 0-2. I'll do a solo show.
If they go 0-2?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
how
like
do you lose?
Show is coming.
How do you lose every
8
game
straight?
for a month.
You're about to find out how you do that.
How do you not talk about that?
It's about to happen.
Jeez. Stop kicking them, dude. Stop kicking them, please.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
When they're down, you got to kick. It's just instinctive. That's
It's
what happens.
instinctive. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll either have a solo show next week if we go 0-2, or come back in 2 weeks. Hopefully TJ will be back. Hopefully the beers will be back. Hopefully the hot takes will be back. Come with the cold beers, favorite hot takes. We out. Peace.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.